In the world of automobiles, few debates are as loud, emotional, and never-ending as V8 versus V6. It's a battle that goes far beyond horsepower numbers and torque charts. It's about identity. It's about engineering philosophy. It's about sound, soul, efficiency, and raw mechanical character. For some drivers, a car without a V8 simply has no heart. For others, the V6 represents intelligence, balance, and modern performance. Today, we are diving deep, very deep, into this legendary rivalry. This is not a surface-level comparison. This is a full documentary-style breakdown of V8 engines versus V6 engines. Their history, engineering design, performance differences, reliability, fuel efficiency, real-world ownership, racing heritage, modern technology, and the future of internal combustion itself. By the end of this video, you won't just know which engine is faster or cheaper, you'll understand which engine truly fits which type of driver. Number 1. What does V6 and V8 really mean? Let's start with the basics. The letter V refers to the shape of the engine. The cylinders are arranged in two banks, forming a V shape when viewed from the front. The number tells you how many cylinders the engine has. A V6 engine has 6 cylinders, usually arranged in two banks of 3 cylinders each. A V8 engine has 8 cylinders, arranged in two banks of 4. But here's the key point. Cylinder count alone doesn't define performance. What matters is how those cylinders work together. Engine displacement, firing order, compression ratio, valve timing, forced induction, and tuning. Still, cylinder count does influence some fundamental characteristics like smoothness, sound, torque delivery, size, weight, and fuel consumption. Number 2. A short history of 6 engines. The V6 engine became popular not because it was exciting, but because it was practical. In the mid-20th century, manufacturers needed engines that could deliver more power than inline-4 engines, but without the size, weight, and fuel thirst of V8s. The solution was the V6. One of the earliest successful V6 engines came from General Motors in the 1960s. Soon after, European and Japanese manufacturers adopted the design for sedans, SUVs, and later sports cars. Over time, the V6 evolved into one of the most versatile engine layouts in automotive history. It powered family sedans, luxury cars, pickup trucks, supercars, and even race cars. Today, the V6 is everywhere, from Toyota Camrys and Honda Accords to Nissan GT-Rs and Ferrari sports cars. Number 3. A short history of V8 engines. The V8 engine has a very different origin story. From the beginning, V8 engines were built for power. Early V8 engines appeared in luxury cars in the early 1900s, but they truly exploded in popularity after World War II, especially in the United States. American manufacturers embraced the V8 as the ultimate symbol of performance and freedom. Muscle cars like the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, Dodge Charger, and Pontiac GTO made the V8 legendary. The V8 wasn't just an engine, it was an attitude. Big displacement, massive torque, and a sound that could shake the ground. For decades, the V8 ruled drag strips, NASCAR, endurance racing, and street culture. Number 4. Engine design and engineering differences. Now let's get technical. A V6 engine is usually smaller, lighter, and more compact than a V8. This makes it easier to fit into different vehicles and improves weight distribution. V8 engines are wider, heavier, and longer. They take up more space in the engine bay and add more weight to the front of the vehicle. But V8 engines often benefit from better natural balance. Many V8s are inherently smoother because of their firing order and crankshaft design. V6 engines often need balanced shafts to reduce vibrations. From an engineering perspective, V6 engines are optimized for efficiency, while V8 engines are optimized for power and torque. Number 5. Power and torque delivery. This is where the biggest difference appears. V8 engines produce more torque at lower RPMs. That means instant acceleration, effortless cruising, and strong pulling power. This is why V8s are popular in muscle cars, trucks, and performance sedans. You don't need to rev the engine high to feel power. It's already there. V6 engines, on the other hand, usually produce less torque but can rev higher. They often rely on turbochargers or superchargers to close the gap. A modern twin-turbo V6 can match or even beat older naturally aspirated V8s in terms of horsepower, but the driving feel is different. Number 6. Sound and emotional appeal. Let's be honest, sound matters. A V8 engine has a deep, aggressive, uneven rumble that many enthusiasts describe as music. It's emotional, it's raw, it's unmistakable. A V6 engine sounds cleaner and smoother, but often less dramatic. Some people love that refined tone, others feel it lacks soul. Manufacturers now use exhaust tuning and sound enhancement to make V6 engines sound more aggressive, but purists can still tell the difference. Number 7. Fuel efficiency and daily driving. Here's where the V6 takes the lead. V6 engines generally consume less fuel than V8s. Fewer cylinders mean less fuel injected, less friction, and lower emissions. For daily driving, commuting, city traffic, long highway trips, a V6 is simply more practical. Modern technologies like cylinder deactivation allow some V6 engines to run on 3 cylinders when cruising, further improving fuel economy. V8s can also use cylinder deactivation, but they still consume more fuel overall. Number 8. Reliability and maintenance. Reliability depends more on engineering quality than cylinder count, but there are trends. V6 engines usually have fewer moving parts than V8s. That often means lower maintenance costs and fewer things to go wrong. V8 engines are robust, but repairs can be expensive. More cylinders mean more spark plugs, more injectors, more components. That said, many legendary V8s are known for extreme durability, some lasting hundreds of thousands of miles with basic maintenance. Number 9. Performance in sports cars. In sports cars, the debate becomes intense. V8-powered sports cars deliver brutal acceleration and emotional driving experiences. Think Corvette, Mustang GT, AMG models. V6-powered sports cars focus on balance, handling, and precision. Think Nissan Z, Porsche, Alfa Romeo. On a racetrack, a lighter V6 car can sometimes outperform a heavier V8 car, especially on tight circuits. Number 10. Turbocharging and the modern era. Modern V6 engines have changed the game. Turbocharging allows smaller engines to produce massive power. A twin-turbo V6 can generate over 500 horsepower while maintaining reasonable fuel efficiency. This is why many manufacturers are replacing V8s with V6 engines, but turbo lag, heat management, and complexity remain challenges. Number 11. Trucks, towing, and work use. When it comes to towing and heavy loads, V8s still dominate. That low-end torque makes a huge difference when pulling trailers or carrying weight. V6 engines can tow, but V8s do it more effortlessly. Number 12. Cost of ownership. V6 cars are usually cheaper to buy, insure, and maintain. V8 cars cost more, but owners often accept that cost for the experience. Number 13. Environmental impact. Emissions regulations are becoming stricter worldwide. V6 engines produce fewer emissions and are easier to adapt to hybrid systems. This is one of the biggest reasons V8s are slowly disappearing. Number 14. The future of V6 and V8. The future is uncertain. V6 engines are likely to survive longer, especially in hybrid form. V8s may become rare, reserved for special models and enthusiasts. Intro. There is no universal winner. If you want emotion, sound, and raw power, V8 is king. If you want efficiency, balance, and modern performance, V6 is the smarter choice. The real question is not which engine is better. The real question is which engine is right for you.